Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So today we're looking at, what's going on with your person, what happened with your relationship, where do things stand? So the cards that you see, these cards came from your reading. I originally was just going to use these initial cards, but I felt urged to include one message card with each one as well. So I hope that helps you know what group to watch. So group one, you have card number 5, wild card, and the message card, don't mistake my silence for a lack of feelings. Group 2, you have card number 8, dream come true, and I knew I loved you the minute we met. I knew I loved you the minute we met. And group 3, you have card number 10, grief and sadness. And your message is, I have issues. You have issues too. All right, y'all, go ahead and pick your group. Just go down into the description box, click on the timestamp for the group you pick, and it will take you right to your reading, and I will see you there. Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, group 1. All right, we're going to take a look at your relationship, your person, see what's going on. So the card that you picked is card number 5. It's the wild card. And we're going to see a little bit more of, what that means as far as your person and your relationship as we get a little more information out on the table. So let's start by looking at your person. All right, we have the 9 of Wands reversed, 8 of Swords reversed, Emperor reversed, and the Ace of Wands reversed. Wowza. All right. I'm going to pull a second row here for them. King of Swords, Death card reversed, 4 of Swords, and King of Pentacles reversed. All right, now I'm going to pull cards for your energy. And then we'll talk about what's going on here. We have 8 of Wands reversed, 3 of Swords reversed, Knight of Cups reversed, 8 of Pentacles reversed. And we'll get a second row for you too. Knight of Wands reversed. I'm sorry, this is the Page of Cups. My apologies. Knight of Wands reversed. 7 of Wands. The High Priestess. And the 2 of Cups reversed. Interesting. All right, give me just a second with these cards. I want to take it all in and get some initial messages for you. What I'm hearing is there is a situation here where someone is not behaving well. That's what they're saying to me. Someone is not behaving well or wasn't. And you may not have heard from your person in a while. This is someone who has been absent for a bit. So that resonates, obviously stick with me here. If not, you might want to choose a different group, because that's sort of some basis here. So, starting with your person, 9 of Wands reversed over the King of Swords. This is someone who has a very powerful mind and doesn't like to lose. But early on in your relationship, early on in your relationship, or when you met, they were in a very vulnerable place. And they didn't quite know how to handle that. They didn't really know where to go or what to do. They were feeling a bit lost, very vulnerable, and trying to think their way out of a situation. But their vulnerability is really what attracted you to each other. Because for you, there may not have been a lot of communication early on. What I'm hearing is you weren't listening to each other early on, because there were fears on both sides. For you, it's a fear of someone coming into your life and leaving, not sticking around. For them, the fear was showing their vulnerability. And what they're saying is, when you met, you sort of like received each other. It didn't necessarily click right away. But there was definitely something that grew between you. And as it did, your person started to transform. They started to feel less trapped within their own thoughts. With the 8 of Swords reversed and the Death card reversed, they were feeling more open. They were feeling more open to change. And they were changing, but it was an internal change for them, but it made all the difference. And what I'm hearing is they could see that not everything is a trap. And you, likewise, with the 3 of Swords reversed and the 7 of Wands, you saw them as all right, what they're showing me is that what they're showing me is that you have, for a long time probably, sort of beaten off the suitors. Because you didn't want to get hurt. It's almost like you saw relationships as kind of being like a devil in disguise, and they were out to hurt you. But you have this 3 of Swords and it's in reverse. So your person helped you overcome this feeling that for you relationships are a punishment. And they helped you to see that not every relationship is like that. But then we get to this point where we have the Emperor reversed over the 4 of Swords. And you have the Page of Cups reversed over the High Priestess reversed. It's like just as the two of you were starting to trust each other and starting to allow yourselves to heal and work through your own inner issues to come together, things started to fall apart again. Or for the first time, they started to fall apart. Your person started to second guess themselves. They started to feel like they were no longer in control. And so they took a step back. That's why we have this Four of Swords. They took a rest, they took a break from this partnership, from this relationship. They were starting to feel like they couldn't get what they needed or wanted. And they didn't have any control over the situation. And they wanted to be the one, they wanted to be the boss. They wanted to be the one in control. And as they took a step back, you sort of shut down. You shut down your emotions. You shut down your feelings. And in doing that, you shut down your intuition. And then we get to Ace of Wands reversed over the King of Pentacles reversed. This is where they are now. Or where they want to be. It's like where they're heading based on where their head is right now. They're a little bit uncertain about what to do, whether to approach you or not. They don't know if there is a new beginning with the two of you, like if that's even a possibility or not. But what they are doing is they're letting go of this stubborn nature that sort of pulled them away from you to begin with. Where you're headed is more toward, where they're in a little bit of a state of limbo, but like wanting to move forward, wanting to reach out, wanting to like light that spark again, but not knowing how and not quite having it in them to do it. But there is the desire. For you, I feel it's very different. You've got the Eight of Pentacles reversed over the Two of Cups reversed. And I want you to look at the cards. This Eight of Pentacles, I'm going to put it right side up so you can see the picture. It's almost like she's training this bug or whatever. Like she's the teacher, or a taskmaster is actually how I see it. And it's in reverse. And what I'm hearing, how I'm feeling is like you've stopped trying. At one point, you saw potential in this partnership. I don't feel you see a lot of potential there now. What I'm hearing is you do feel a little bit lost, possibly lost without them. They're saying this person was a bigger part of your life or a bigger part of your heart than this reading is showing, because I don't necessarily see that here, but they are saying that. So They were important to you. So it's hard for you to let go. But I do see that that's sort of where you are, or where, kind of that's the direction you're heading. But let's get some clarifying cards and see what else is going on here. All right. Spirit, can you clarify Group 1's person's energy? Thank you. All right, we have Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Cups reversed, the Devil, and the Three of Swords reversed. And let's clarify your energy too, please. We have Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords reversed, Queen of Swords, King of Swords and Queen of Swords reversed. A lot of swords. All right. You were both, like I said, when you met, there may have been some resistance to each other. Okay, what I'm hearing is there was outer resistance, but inner acceptance. In other words, you both tried your best to not show how you felt about each other. But that only lasted so long, because in your heart, inside you, you were feeling very differently. And with this Knight of Swords, I see that you were probably the one that made the first move to open the lines of communication with each other. And then we have this Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups reversed, and Ace of Swords reversed. As they were healing and opening up and really overcoming some challenges that they had from their past, relationships that fell apart, possibly a marriage that fell apart, a family life growing up that was broken and unhappy. And you were healing from relationships, or the fear that relationships only hurt. It shows you starting to heal, but not quite being honest about how you feel. Keeping it to yourself a little bit. And in a lot of ways, still thinking negatively, but working towards the healing. And as the two of you started to work through your own personal issues, which shouldn't be ignored. No matter what happens with your relationship or what happened, that piece, if the two of you coming into each other's lives helped each of you heal in some way and to grow, then sort of mission accomplished as far as the universe is concerned. But that doesn't mean there isn't more. There isn't more to come. But we did get to this point here where there's some fear here. They've got the Devil card, Four of Swords, Emperor reversed. They were feeling a loss of control. They didn't feel powerful within your dynamic. And part of that lack of power was coming from a sense of codependency, which they probably would never have admitted to you. You may have sensed it. They felt so attached to you, but in an unhealthy way, to where they literally had to pull back and cut off communication just to protect themselves from themselves, if that makes sense. Because they just wanted to, like, in a sense, they wanted to own you. Or there was this desire to, like this codependent desire, like it becomes so strong and obsessive. But I recognize that they recognized what was going on some level. And they didn't like that in themselves. They didn't like feeling so powerless over their own emotions and their own compulsions and their own desires. So they stepped back. For you, it's like you shut down your emotions and you stopped listening to your own inner guidance. And what I'm seeing here with this King of Swords here, if you can see how the girl is just writing. And what they're showing me is what you may have done is while they pulled back, you reached out and reached out and reached out. In other words, sending text messages, emails, DMs, phone calls, whatever it was. They're saying you sent too many. You sent too many. You got sucked into that same codependent cord between you. And it sort of took over. It overwhelmed you a little bit. It took over. And you just wanted them, I mean, I get this energy. You wanted them to talk to you so badly. Like, why did you shut me out? Like, what happened? Why did you just disappear and stop talking to me? And so in sort of this frantic manner, you just try to, like, anything to get them to just respond. And they weren't having it. Or they're not having it. This could very well be happening now or recently. But then we get into this, this future energy, or this energy of where they're headed and where you're headed. They've let go of the stubbornness. They're healing. This hurt them too, believe it or not. You wouldn't know because they probably didn't tell you. But all of this hurt them too. And for sure they didn't want to show you. But they're healing from that. But they are feeling a little bit powerless when it comes to how to overcome it with you, how to bring you back into their life, how to approach you. I'm hearing they want to talk to you. They don't know how to go about it. And then you, like we talked about, you have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, Two of Cups reversed, and then you also have the Queen of Swords reversed. You're really not having any of it. You don't want to talk to them. It's like they ignored you for so long, and you got to a point of such desperation, of wanting to hear from them so badly. And then you just reached a point of, I'm done. I'm done trying. I'm done giving you my heart. I'm done. Interesting. All right. I'm going to pull 2 cards just for your relationship, just to see what else they want to tell me about your situation. All right. We have the Hierophant. I'm going to pull one from this other deck. And the King of Wands. There's still something there between the 2 of you. I get that you're like, no. And you might write in the comments and be like, no, it's never happening. And it might not. Like, you have free will, free choice. But there for sure were some lessons that you both needed to learn. And in a lot of ways you have. I feel like the messages, the lessons that that this relationship brings will continue to come to you, to both of you, over time. So there's this sense of connection, whether you ever speak again or not. There's still this sense of connection. And on some level, a sense of wanting to do something about it. There's a fire burning, you know, but this King of Wands, it's got this fire-breathing dragon underneath her skirt, which can be very sexual energy. But that's not how I'm feeling as I'm reading this. It feels like an inner fire that is burning, that is, at least on some kind of psychic level, keeping you connected. And I think that's where this wild card comes in. There's no clear answer here. I mean, there's an answer, you know, I can see where they are, what they want, not knowing how to get there. I can see you not caring, or at least outwardly not caring. But then there's this relationship message that says, yeah, but there's still this fire, there's still this inner commitment. There's still this connection between you. So, who knows? I don't know what will happen. A lot of that's going to be up to you and up to them. I don't know, maybe it's for another reading. Some things can't be seen right away. Oop. All right, let me get some messages for you. Some messages from your person. I have, in the very near future, within a few months, the feelings I have for you overwhelm me, so I run away to process them. Well, we talked about that here, or wherever it was, here, where they had to pull back. They felt they had to pull back. And don't give up on me yet. I'm scared to lose you. What they're telling me is that this is your energy, and it makes sense, or was your energy. So as they pulled back because of this intensity, You tried harder to get them to not go. I'm scared to lose you. All right. Spirit, can you tell us what's in the near future within a few months? What can you tell us about that? Unrequited. I'm not sure if we both feel the same way about each other. Truthfully, your person doesn't know. Your person doesn't know how you feel. And they don't know how to go about finding out. Codependency. I need you. That's the only way to pull another one. I made the wrong turn, and honestly, the grass wasn't greener over there. So what they're saying is soon. They're saying soon. You're going to hear from your person soon, in some way. It's going to take some courage on their part. So remember that. Regardless of what you want to do, how you want to receive them, recognize the courage that it's taking them to come back and kind of tail between their legs in some way. Ask for your forgiveness. All right. We've got more for you here. I wish I could. Hurting you is never my intention, but now it's hurting me too. Of course. I'm busy with work right now and it requires my attention, and they're telling me to put that right here on top of you. You are not letting yourself be distracted outwardly by love. But they're saying inside, whether you're ready to admit it or not, inside there's part of you that is wanting something more, and also doesn't know what to. You also don't know what to do about it. All right, let's get some more messages. It's really interesting reading, y'all. I'd love to hear how you know, what all this means to you, or anything you want to share. I really enjoy reading your comments and getting a better picture of what's going on here from your point of view. Your family won't like me. That's interesting. I lie awake thinking about our future. What do you want? And I think we should see other people. The family situation, that may resonate with you. Obviously, I don't see that here. I don't see it being... All right. What they're reminding me is that your person dealt with some unhappy family situations in their past. And part of them feels like that's all they deserve. So if things were to move forward with you, your family would not accept them either. Like their family did not quite accept them. It's really sad, actually. All right. You make me want to do bad things. I know you from somewhere. That's that divine connection. There is a connection between you. There is a divine connection between you. Call it past life, call it soulmates, call it twin flames, call it a connection that was meant to come to be. It doesn't mean you have to keep them in your life, but they were meant to come into your life and vice versa. I hope you'll wait for me. Yeah, when they left, they did hope you would wait for them. They needed to recover from the way they were feeling. They didn't like that. They didn't know how long it would take, or what it would take, or what would happen in the meantime. But they did secretly hope that you would wait. Let me hold you. That's how they're feeling now. They're quietly, lying awake, thinking about you, thinking about imagining a future with you, wanting to hold you. I mean, we don't always get what we want, and there is always a lesson in that as well. But you could decide, to open yourself up to them again. I imagine it'll be different for, it'll be different for different ones of you who are watching, because your situations will be slightly different. And your point in your journey will be slightly different. So there's no wrong answer. Spirit is just saying, just listen to your intuition. It won't steer you wrong. Sometimes your heart will, or your mind will, but your intuition will not steer you wrong. They're saying, we're here to guide you and help you, and we're not going to point you in the wrong direction. Okay. I see my toxic patterns now. Yeah, they do. I love you, but I also like you. I absolutely love that message. Love is something you feel like on a deep level. Liking someone says, like, no matter how connected I am to you, or sometimes liking someone is just as important. Like, I like who you are. I like how you think. I like how you act. I like how... Anyway, take that as it feels for you. But to me, this is a genuine expression of, I don't just need someone to love. I don't just feel connected to you. I actually miss having you in my life because I like you. This love is too complicated. You may be feeling that way now. They have felt that way also in the past. I'm learning to become the person you deserve. Yeah, I think they are. Why does everything have to be about sex? Interesting. Oh, they're telling me to put that over here on you. So you'll know what that means, I guess. Or not. Not every message will be for every person. If a message doesn't resonate specifically with you, it means that someone else watching was meant to get this message as a way of validating the reading. My love for you is my biggest secret, for sure, especially when they were so quiet for so long. You're the only one I can open up to. There's so much I want to tell you. Is there someone else? Like I said, they don't know. They don't know where you are or how things stand, how you feel. I can't give you what you need. I'm too broken. That's why they left. I'm hearing that's why they needed to be by themselves, to step away, to back away from the situation. They didn't know how to tell you what was going on inside them. They were very used to protecting their feelings and putting up a boundary between themselves and others. You somehow managed to break through their walls, but when they pulled back, those walls went right back up. Don't mistake my silence for a lack of feelings. Well, that's a perfect card. And that's where Spirit wants to end. So that's what I have for you, Group 1. I hope that was helpful. I hope it, gave you what you needed, at least at this point in time. And thank you so much for being here. And I will see you next time, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, Group 2. All right, let's take a look at what's going on with your person, your relationship. So the card that you picked is card number 8, Dream Come True. And we'll know more about what that means for you and for your person after we get some cards on the table here. So I'm going to start by looking at your person. We have 6 of Pentacles reversed, 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, and King of Wands. Scooch these over just a little bit. All right, get another row of cards for your person. Ace of Swords, the Sun, 5 of Cups, and 4 of Pentacles. All right. And now we're going to look at your energy, pull some cards for you, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. We have 2 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, and 4 of Swords reversed. And let's get another row for you. Three of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, the Sun reversed, interesting, so they had the Sun here, and Knight of Swords reversed. All right, give me just a second to take these in, and then I'll give you some initial messages. what they're telling me, and this should help you know if this is your reading or not, is that in some way, this is or was a work situation with this person. Meaning, you guys work together, you had projects together. In some aspect and on some level, you work together in some way. It may not be necessarily the traditional working in an office kind of situation, but there was an element of working together. And it may even still be the case. I don't see that yet. Yeah, so early on, I'm going to start with your energy this time. You've got the Two of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. There's this working together, but not knowing what to do about the, I'm going to say, extracurricular thoughts that you were having about this person. You were thinking about them in a romantic way and not knowing what to do about it. And you're sort of wanting to, walk that line very cautiously, being aware of the dangers. So I'm going to show you the card so you can see what I'm seeing. This Two of Swords card, you can see her walking a tightrope from one building to another. It could be one office building to another office building. It could be a client situation. But either way, it shows you walking that line very carefully. And if you see this Three of Pentacles, it's like this caterpillar is whispering in her ear, and she's listening, but you can almost see the caution in her face. So that's what I'm seeing, and it's what I'm hearing as well. That there is some element of desire, but not really knowing what to do about it, other than just be careful. Their energy is the Six of Pentacles reversed over the Ace of Swords. Hold on, I'm getting a message. I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. Okay. What I'm hearing is they were giving a degree of expertise in this situation. And not getting back what they deserved for it. Does that make sense? They're saying your person was very smart, creative, an out-of-the-box thinker, and they had ideas that were not always well received in the office place. Not necessarily by you, but in some way this may help you validate that this reading is for you. Yeah, they're saying it wasn't necessarily that you didn't recognize them, but their situation was that. And that's sort of how it was. That's how the situation looked when you met. Or when you became, friendly. And then they have this Three of Pentacles over the Sun. The more they worked with you, the more they liked you. The happier they became in their work situation because they weren't very happy previously. If you see this, I don't know, I just always see her face and the way she's folding her arms as really dissatisfied. But they loved working with you. So your energy brought them a level of happiness that they were not getting otherwise. And what I'm hearing is, at least on some level, they were ready to throw it all away. Meaning quit, leave, do something else, pull out of the project, not do this anymore, something like that. But you kind of renewed their faith in this job and made them feel innocent and new again, and helped them see the bright side of things, where otherwise they really were having a hard time with it. Now your energy at the same time is the Nine of Swords over the Queen of Wands. You also saw them as a kind of refuge in the workplace. Now, the Nine of Swords is typically a card of stressing and worrying and being concerned. But if you see in the picture, we have these two, what look like children, sort of cowering and helping each other and hiding each other from whatever this big bad bunny is. All right. They're wanting me to talk about the die that's here. If you can see, there's a 5, a 3, and a 6. And 5s bring instability. They bring a sense of chaos. They bring some, disorganization. It brings problems. But we take the 3, 6 is made of 3 and 3. So one of you, if you look on the side, we have 5 on one side, 3 on the other side. Alone, it was a really bad situation. Together, the 2 3s together, creating the 6, became rewarding, became balanced, became stable. And they're showing me the star on here. Working together improved the situation for both of you on some level. And it made things sweeter. It made things sweeter. And it made your feelings for them grow stronger. You became protective of them, and I think vice versa. But probably, maybe even more so you over them. For some reason. That's how I'm feeling anyway. But take that as it resonates. But you felt a sense of protection and really, really caring about them. Really loving them on a deep level. But then we have the 7 of Swords over the 5 of Cups for them. What I'm hearing is that it became too much for them. So they left. They loved working with you. You are the 2 cups, the 2 full cups in this 5 of Cups scenario. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get them to stay. As I'm looking at this, y'all take it as you want. I talk about relationships and maybe this wasn't a love, like romantic relationship at all. But, other types of relationships can be just as rewarding and fulfilling and injuring and touching as romantic ones. So, if you're watching this and it's not a love relationship, but you do recognize the situation, please tell me, because I do feel that, at least for some of you. For others of you, the love is weaved within this work situation. So, getting back to it, they left. They took their creativity, they took their out-of-box thinking, they took their ideas, and they went somewhere else with them. But that also meant having to leave you. And so we have this 9 of Pentacles over the Sun reversed. 9 of Pentacles, you're suddenly finding yourself alone. Possibly not doing badly. It's a self-sufficient. Like, you can do it alone. You don't need them there. But your happiness is gone. Your reason to shine is gone. Your ability to shine is gone. They made you feel important. Like the queen bee. If you see, she's like a hive. Like the queen of the hive. And all these bees are coming to her. They made you feel important. They made you feel special. They made you happy. They made you believe in yourself. And that belief may have gotten you to a point of success in your career. But them leaving drained you of your happiness. So then for you, we have the 4 of Swords reversed over the Knight of Swords reversed. And they have the King of Wands over the 4 of Pentacles. They're making change in their life. But with that change comes a level of insecurity, of being afraid to let go of what you have in order to open up to what else the universe is ready to give. So there's a little bit of a struggle here for them, an inner struggle. Wanting to advance, wanting to take their life to the next level, which I do feel that they have done, but then they get a little stuck. So this energy is, it could be future energy, it could be what's going on right now, but it's essentially either where they are or where they're headed. For you, there is a lack of communication with this person. Not talking with the Knight of Swords reversed. Not quite knowing the truth of the situation. And that may be keeping you up at night. All right, let's get some clarifying cards and see what else. See if we can go a little deeper on any of these. Spirit, can you clarify Group 2's person for me? Okay. We have the Star. They were a star. And they weren't being recognized. They really had some unique skills, and they had a lot to offer. You recognized it. I do believe you saw it, but others didn't. The Death card. Two of Cups reversed. And Temperance. You know, so once they got closer to you and they realized how much you added to their life, they were willing to let go of the old, let go of old grievances, let go of old discouraging, thoughts, disappointments. You can see this Death card. She's holding the scythe, and it's pointed toward this situation where they're not getting recognized, they're not getting appreciated at work. But they were prepared to put an end to it. But still, the bad situation continued, and they had to break away from you with the Two of Cups reversed. They weren't leaving you. They were leaving the situation. But in leaving the situation, they also left you. And so now here they are. King of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Temperance. It is a bit of a balance, the Four of Pentacles and the King of Wands. The King of Wands wants to inspire change. And the Four of Pentacles wants to keep the status quo. But they're finding some balance in that, which is good. And they're filling their own cup. They may even be working for themselves now, where they're literally filling their own cup and having to balance protecting their money and their assets and their earnings with creating change and growth. Okay, let's look at your energy. You have the Star card reversed. Oh, hold on one second. Sorry, y'all. Five of Swords reversed. Nine of Cups. And the World card. Interesting. So for you, you meet this person. They intrigue you, inspire you. There's some anticipation with them, some desire to know them better, but also recognizing that you need to walk that line carefully. But then you have the Star card reversed. You're not very hopeful in this situation. You feel a lot of doubt. But this relationship grows, the situation grows, and you're protecting each other. You may have been doing more protecting them than vice versa, but in some ways, they had your back as well. And you kept the situation from getting ugly, from getting too cutthroat. But again, like I said, they had to leave anyway. And so here you are, 9 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups. Something about this situation still worked out for you, worked out well for you. But you didn't see this coming. Or if you did see it coming, you didn't admit it to yourself. You saw this success that was showing up in your life as something that you could share with them. You know, share the milk and honey with them. You saw it that way. But you ended up being alone. And that was disappointing and a little bit heartbreaking. So where you're headed, you know, hold on. They're saying you're not, where you're headed or where you are now, it's sort of going to depend on you, but they're saying you're not quite thinking straight. You have a lot of stress, a lot of worries. You're not getting the rest that you want or need. And you're feeling very much like you're stuck in your own little world, is what they're showing me and telling me. And they're really pointing out the picture in the card, more so than the meaning of the World card. They're showing this girl and her life in this bubble, and she's all alone, feeling a bit stuck. All right, I'm going to pull a couple cards for your relationship and see what that looks like. We have Queen of Cups, and I'll pull one from this other deck. And Page of Cups. Well, there's still a lot of love between you, even if there hasn't been a lot of communication. They're saying you were in each other's lives for a reason, and your hearts are connected. You feel a kinship with each other. And the abundance that you achieve in your career, they're saying feels a bit empty without them. You wanted to share this with them. They want me to pull one more card, so I'm going to do that. Three of Swords reversed. There's some healing going on, for sure. And a sense of becoming unstuck for you. If you look at this card, it's like a butterfly being stuck to the wall with a pin. There's some becoming unstuck. And there may be this sense, you may be feeling like you want to apologize to them for something. And I'm not sure what, but you know. If that resonates with you, you know. But I'm feeling that there is a desire to apologize for something, and possibly not being sure if they're open to hearing it. But Spirit is saying, yes, they are. They are. They hold you dearly in their heart. They don't have ill will toward you. So if there's something you feel you need to apologize for, apologize. But Spirit is saying you don't have to apologize. Do it if you want to. They don't need to hear your apology. But you may need to say it if that resonates with you. And what they're telling me about this dream come true card is that the two of you bring each other luck. You bring each other success. And Spirit is saying you're better together. In a work situation. Not saying that you can't, you're not going to be happy without them or anything like that, but when you work together, it's like 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, it equals 4 or 5, if that makes sense. But there is a lot of love between you. They still they feel very fondly of you. They haven't forgotten about you. In fact, I feel like they don't stop thinking about you. But let's get some messages. Let's see what else comes up. I'm sweeping away toxicity to make room for what's truly important. That's absolutely what they did. You've been thinking about me because I've been thinking about you. We're connecting. I do feel y'all are very connected. Very connected. When you're thinking about them, or you wake up in the middle of the night dreaming about them, trust that they are doing the same thing, because they are. They're dreaming about you too and thinking about you too. I don't know what has happened between us. If you're confused, I'm confused too. Yeah, for sure. We're so different. I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work. And you're the missing puzzle piece that makes me feel that I'm right where I belong. I mean, those are all things that they, I don't know if they even told you how much they appreciated you and how much you made them feel good again, okay. You made them feel okay in a place that was not okay for them. It was pretty toxic for them. But you were the light at the end of the tunnel. You were the light of their day or night or whenever you all work together. I want to give you one more. Something or someone is standing in between us right now. Yeah. This situation, I feel like, was the mountain between you. Work relationships can be very difficult. And so no question that something standing between you was work-related. All right, let's get some other messages here. See what else we can find out. Y'all's reading is very interesting. I'm very curious to hear what your situation is. If there's anything you want to share, leave me a message down in the comments. I would love to hear, and of course I'll always I'll read them all, and I do my best to respond to everybody. Gossip only hurts more. Yeah. I never imagined so much perfection. Please give me time. I've never felt this way before. I'm hearing that this is how they were feeling when they left. They didn't really know how to leave you. They knew they had to go. They knew they needed to get a fresh start and get away from this situation. They didn't really know how to leave you. I think they were still trying to work out. Yeah, there's a lot of conflicting feelings. Speaking of conflicting feelings, what do you want? I'm not sure either one of you ever expressed to the other how you really felt, that there was any connection between you outside of work. And for most of you, I'm going to say that there was. If you felt it, they felt it. I just dream and wish for everything. Dream come true. You both want it all. And Spirit is saying, you can have it all. They're like, P.S. It doesn't have to just be a dream. You can have it all. Okay. All right, let's get some final messages here. Remembering your smile and your laughter makes me smile. That's nice. I'm sorry I failed you. It wasn't my intention. Yeah, they felt like they failed you when they left. But they had to do it. I knew I loved you the minute we met. Isn't that interesting? I'm going to venture to guess you felt the same way, but didn't. Neither one of you knew it. You're the only one who has ever truly listened to me. When you forgive me, I can forgive myself. That's where I feel this apology. That's where I feel this apology comes in. They don't need to forgive you. You need to forgive yourself for whatever it is. Maybe it's just for staying and continuing on and doing well without them, or maybe there was some discord when they left. Maybe you just stopped talking when they left and you feel like it was your fault. You built me up and broke me down. I feel like that's your energy. They made you feel like the star. They made you feel special and important. And then they left and it broke you. My life changed when I met you. I didn't know what I had until I lost you. Anything else, Spirit? No, they're saying that's it. Very unique situation for you, Group 2. Very, very interesting. I hope this helped you. If nothing else, I hope it helps for you to know that they felt the same way as you and that they feel the same way. Like, that hasn't gone away just because you guys have followed different paths. I feel it's in some way you are meant to come back together. What it will mean when you do, I don't know. But I don't feel like your story is done. So, all right, y'all. I hope that was helpful. I hope it gave you what you needed. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3. All right, we're going to take a look at what's going on with your person, your relationship, see what's happening. So the card that you picked is card number 10, Grief and Sadness. And I'll know more about what that means for you and for your reading once we get some more cards on the table. So I'm going to start with your person and get some cards out for them. All right. We have the 8 of Wands, 2 of Cups reversed, Temperance. Let's get these over a little bit. And King of Wands reversed. We get another row of cards here for them. Two of Pentacles reversed, 4 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands reversed, and the Hermit. All right. And now I'm going to get some cards out for you. We're going to take a look at both of you. We have 6 of Wands reversed, 3 of Pentacles, the Wheel, and 6 of Swords reversed. And we'll get one more row. We have Queen of Wands reversed, the Sun card, King of Cups, and the Fool. I'm sorry, yeah, the Fool. No, I take that back. That's the Magician. Gosh, this deck is so different from any other deck. I'll lose myself. Sorry, it is the Magician. All right, give me just a second, and I'm gonna take these in and get some initial messages for you. All right. So, looking at, kind of early days of your relationship, of this connection with this person, they have the 8 of Wands over the 2 of Pentacles reversed. And you have the 6 of Wands reversed over the Queen of Wands reversed. You are in a place of not feeling very successful, not feeling very powerful, not feeling very good about yourself. Not that there was anything wrong with you, but it's how you were feeling about yourself and your life. There was something missing. Yeah, Spirit is saying, like, you are on the verge of success, on the verge of happiness, on the verge of a lot of things, but then sort of the bottom fell out, and you lost everything, in a sense. and it really kind of crippled you. Your person's energy was, when y'all met, it's kind of like they came in fast and hard. Eight of Pentacles is a lot of communication, really fast, and wanting to get to know you, and it doesn't necessarily feel like romance. It feels like they were fascinated by you, and they needed to get to know you, and it was like 20 questions every time they saw you. They wanted to know more and more and more. You really fascinated them. And they were not interested in anyone else. And that's where we get this Two of Pentacles reversed. So it's like they met you and everything else just fell away. And all they wanted was to talk to you and do things with you and be with you. And it was a lot. And here you are feeling so empty and so lost. That it may have felt a little overwhelming in the beginning, but it also may have been, exactly what you needed. And then as we move along a little further, we have Three of Pentacles over the Sun card. And they have the Two of Cups reversed over the Four of Pentacles. What I'm getting from their energy is there was a split from someone else in order to be with you. They were not willing to let you go, but in order to be with you, they had to split with someone else. So they may have been in another relationship, and like I said here, they've got this Two of Pentacles reversed, which says they were not interested in anyone else. So there may have been somebody in their life that they had to let go of. Now, it could have been a romantic person, could have just been friends that they sort of forgot about, moved on from. But their focus was entirely on you and frankly, on keeping you in their life. And this worked for you as well. You wanted to be with them also. Being with them, doing things with them felt good. You were starting to feel alive again. You were feeling wanted and like you had a purpose again. But what I'm getting from this Three of Pentacles is, and this is not normally how I would read Three of Pentacles, but I feel a little bit of heartbreak here and a little bit of hanging on to someone from the past. So I'm going to go ahead and say this about this grief and sadness card because I do feel it, that there was some kind of loss here. It could have been, someone in your life that passed on, and if that's the case, I'm so sorry, so sorry. But it doesn't have to be that. But there was a loss, a breakup, a divorce. Someone moved away, someone left. But they left this emptiness in you that this person coming in helped to fill. But with this Three of Pentacles, it's like you and them, but also this other person still, if you look at the picture, still kind of whispering in your ear, literally or just figuratively. meaning, you know, this person may still be trying to connect with you, or you just can't get them out of your mind. But regardless, this connection with your person helped you feel like you had a purpose again, like life was worth living again, which is great. And then we get to where we probably are right now-ish. You know, close to now, maybe recently, maybe not, you're not quite there yet, or you're there right now. You have the Wheel of Fortune reversed over the King of Cups. They have the Temperance over the Ace of Wands reversed. This is showing a change of energy in both of you. You're no longer feeling like you can do this. In some ways, you feel like you've... Oh, hold on, I'm getting a message. In some ways, you feel like you've taken things too far, or you've gone too far, too fast with your person. And things start to turn. Things start to turn. Things start to change. In you know the Wheel of Fortune. What goes up comes down, and it's come down now because, frankly, because you've pulled back, and that's what I'm seeing. I'm looking at this card. It's the King of Cups, but it's a woman in the card, but you can see her, like her dress is the water, and she's pulling it back. She's pulling it back, and just like what I feel like is you're pulling your emotions back, and almost, putting up some boundaries because there's a fear that things are going too fast, or that you're not doing the right thing. And for them, this sort of took the wind out of their sails with the Ace of Wands reversed. And they found themselves, or they're finding themselves, having to fill their own cup. They're staying pretty balanced overall. Temperance is a card of balance and alchemy, and taking something that is bad and turning it into something better. And so they're staying optimistic, they're staying positive. Even though I feel like you two are apart, and it really, really, it took a lot from them when that happened. And then where we're headed, we have the King of Wands reversed over the Hermit for them, and the Six of Swords reversed over the Magician. For you start to come around. And this is sort of where you're headed. Granted, the future can change depending on you, how you change. But as things stand right now, this is where you're headed, is that you've pulled away, you sort of put up the roadblocks, but then you start to realize what you've lost by doing that. And you start to manifest a new beginning, and you come back. You come back to where you were. Maybe you even come back to them. So maybe you're thinking about reaching out to them, and you want to know, are they open to it? But you're no longer in this energy of wanting to leave and get away and push them away. You're more of in an energy of making things right. For them, they're still very much in this energy of not having the power that they would like to have in this relationship. And by power, I don't mean that in an aggressive way at all, but almost like they have no power. They have no say. It does feel like you cut them off, and they had no say in it, and they have no say in it. And so they're at a little bit of a loss on how to change that. And they're in this hermit mode. They're alone. They're trying to figure it out, but they're at a bit of a loss. So I'm going to get some more cards. We're going to clarify these energies, get a little deeper here. Spirit, can you give us cards, please, to clarify Group 3's person? We have Ace of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, Six of Wands reversed, and 7 of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, and let's get some cards for your side as well. Hold on one second. We have the Star reversed, the Two of Wands reversed, the World reversed, and 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Well, let's start with their energy. So in the beginning, yeah, they instantly smitten. Instantly, with the Ace of Cups and the 8 of Wands and, the 2 of Pentacles, everything else fell away, and all they wanted was you. And so they said goodbye to any other relationships that were in their life, any distractions, and did what they could to hang on to you and to prove to you that they were worthy of you with this 8 of Pentacles. For you, you have this grief, this feeling of loss and a lack of hope with the Star card reversed. A lack of hope. And then they come into your life and you're starting to feel alive again. You still have this energy of this other person sort of lingering. But you have this Two of Wands reversed. And you're starting to realize, I want you to see the card as it is upright so you'll know what I'm talking about. Do you see how it looks like she's just sort of looking in the mirror at herself? With this Two of Wands reversed, hold on. Oh, okay. All right, what they're saying is, with this card, is you weren't quite seeing the truth. You weren't acknowledging the truth, that you had not, either you'd not had like the closure you needed with this other person, you hadn't moved on from them. If it was a death, you were still very, very deep in that grief, to the point where you really couldn't give this person everything that you had. You weren't seeing that. You weren't seeing that. But the realization comes, and you realize that maybe things had gone too far, too fast, and so you shake things up. You put a stop to it. with this World card reversed. And if you notice, it's a snow globe. What is a snow globe when it's upside down? You're shaking it up, right? You're shaking up the snow. That's what I feel like is happening here. You put an end to it. You pulled back your emotions, you shook things up, and man, did it did a number on them. Where they once felt successful and good and like things were heading in the right direction, they no longer did with this Six of Wands reversed. So now we get into the, where is it heading? Again, they're struggling with how to change this situation. They're alone. They're trying to figure it out. They're trying to be as patient as they can. They're waiting. I do believe they're waiting for you, in some sense. They have not given up hope. For you, with the Magician and the Six of Swords reversed, you're manifesting a fresh start with the past. In other words, you're not manifesting a fresh start somewhere new, with someone new, in a new situation, but with an old situation. And you're getting off the merry-go-round. If you look at this card, she's on the merry-go-round. You're getting off the merry-go-round, and meaning you're getting off this like round and round energy, this stuck energy. And you're trying to move forward. So I do see some progress there with you, and I see them kind of waiting, in a sense, for you to do just that, for you to come back to them. So I'm going to pull just a couple cards just on your relationship in general, and then we'll get some messages. All right, we have Knight of Swords reversed, and I'm going to use the other deck. And the Knight of Cups. You're going to be the one to go to them, for sure. I do feel like they're waiting, but they're not going to make the first move. It's going to come from you. If that's something that you feel ready to do and are wanting to do, I get here that there are thoughts of doing that. I can't tell you whether you should or you shouldn't. All I can tell you is that if you do, there's indication here that they're receptive to it. But I can also tell you that with the Knight of Swords reversed, they're not going to reach out to you and make that first move. It's just not. It's not something they feel they can do, or feel ready to do, or feel that you even want them to do. All right, let's get some messages. Space. I need to take a step back because I'm still trying to figure out what I want. And I do feel like that's your energy. I miss you. Actually, that could be either one of you. I think you both miss each other. Shuffle and get some more. I'm distracted right now, for sure. I want this so badly, but I'm afraid of getting hurt, so I self-sabotage. Interesting. I won't stay for very long. I'm sorry. You're the one, the only one. And you're the missing puzzle piece that makes me feel that I'm right where I belong. This ghost card, ghosting card, it does feel a bit like you ghosted them, like you pulled away and maybe didn't entirely explain what was going on and how you were feeling, and that left them with a bit of with a lot of questions and probably a bit of a broken heart. I was going to move on to a different deck. They want me to give you more from this deck. Sorry about that. In the very near future. I don't know what has happened between us. If you're confused, I'm confused too. They are for sure confused. You've been thinking about me because I've been thinking about you. We're connecting. That's what I said. You're thinking about them and considering, taking a step back towards them. They're there. Like, they have not forgotten about you. They still think about you, and in some sense, they're waiting for you. I will be writing you a message. That could be you. You may decide to text them, email them, DM them, rather than pick up the phone and call. And yes, and if you do, the answer will be yes. They will hear you out. I feel like there's as many messages for them from you as vice versa. And so what that tells me is that for some of you watching, for more than normal number of you watching, these energies are reversed. Because I usually get mostly energy or messages from your person. But there's kind of a 50-50 mix here. And so that tells me that there's a lot of you who are in the reversed roles, which is 100% okay. As long as you get the message, as long as you get the cards and the reading you needed and that you're meant to get, swapping the roles is perfectly fine. They're waiting for you. Exactly. I still don't have all the answers. I am absolutely in love with you. I want to get you drunk. I am manifesting you. I think you're both manifesting each other. Do you even care? They do wonder. For sure they wonder. You already know. Wait. They're waiting. I think we should see other people. That's you pulling away. I'm open to compromise. And it is a compromise if you go back. It is a compromise. And it's a conversation. So I don't know who's open. You're both open. They're saying leave it there. So I will leave it there. All right, we have some more messages for you. Let's see what else we have here. Do you even love me? I wish you could see yourself through my eyes. That's nice. I never want to feel this way again. I feel like that's your energy. Well, that could be both your energies, honestly. I'm happiest when you're around. Is there someone else? Have you already moved on? I am never not thinking of you. Oh, they're telling me to put this over here. I'm sorry I betrayed you. I just want to have fun with you again. I know our paths will cross again. You never made me a priority. You are the love of my life. I think I've got a couple more. They just want me to shuffle. This love is too complicated. I hate how things ended. I have issues. You have issues too. I feel like I'm home when I'm with you. All right, they're telling me that's it. So that's all I've got for you, but that was a lot. I hope that was helpful, and I hope it got you some of the answers you needed and some guidance maybe on what to do next. But I would love to hear your story. If there's anything you want to share in the comments, they help me, and I do my best to help back. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time, y'all. Bye.